Coming to you live on YouTube for the first time, actually fishing. Bo, you all ain't gonna believe this. I get out here, get set up in natural hilljack catfishing fashion. Guess what happens? I break the freaking mount that holds my phone. Snapped. Good news is I've got another one at the house, but I didn't think to bring it. So here we are. I can't get the chat thing to work. It worked the other day. I guess nobody's chatting with me. But anyhow, here we are. We're on Tall Call Creek here at Lake Marion, South Carolina. Santee Cooper chain of lakes. Got 4 rods out, all on chicken, because that's all I use. You guys, I've been supporting a lot of channels, and 0.29 degrees today, and naturally my old nemesis, the wind, is out. Hold on while we're sitting here talking. It's a Rode mic with a wind canceling cover on the microphone. Odds out. Oh damn, it's kind of a big bay. I don't know if you can see it. I'll pan the camera around here. That area over there is Tall Call Campground. It's a big campground. They got a hotel, gas, whole 9 yards there at their boat ramp. I gotta remember. Catfishing in a leaky boat once again. Worked on it 2 days, putting leak sealer on this thing. It did not work. It was obviously I still got a leak. Obviously I still have a leak. That's the reason I've got 1,100 gallon per hour bilge pump in this dude. I've got a 3-way switch. I just haven't put it on yet, so that thing runs automatically because it's got a float in it. But we'll try this again. TJ Addis with Hilljack Catfishing here on Lake Marion, South Carolina, Tall Call Creek, Santee Cooper in a lake here in South Carolina. Got 4 rods all on chicken. 4 rods out all on chicken. My nemesis in. Can't figure out if it's going to blow east or I'm going to have a northeasterly wind. Wind coming out of the northeast or a wind coming out. But I marked some fish. I marked a lot of bait when I come in here. So we're seeing what's happening with it. This one, people and blogs. Done. Done. Y'all didn't get to see it. It would have made a good video, I guess. Out. Was real nice when I went out, actually. I got out to my spot, one of my favorite fishing holes, and I no longer got the anchor set out. The rod's baited up and in the water, and boom, the wind kicked up. Bo, I'm here to tell you, I had 3-foot white caps busting over the daggone bow of the boat. I got the rods reeled up, and I went to get, never even got the camera set up. But yeah, so I don't know if you can see the rods, but what happened to me this morning? I get here, get set up, and I went to put it back up and set my phone back in it, and I busted. This is gonna be tricky. Screen, hold it, but nobody in. And raised 3 degrees. 68.5 degrees here. 68.5 degrees for a beautiful day. I don't know if you can see. Beautiful day out. Got some bass fishermen over there on the corner. Tall Call Campground over there you see, and in a big house, the people own Tall Call Campground. But there's a lot of bait back in here on the fish finder. A lot of bait back in here that don't necessarily mean anything. That don't translate into catching fish. You might get out here and getting a bunch of bait, and they're gorging themselves on that bait. They ain't paying attention to what you're throwing. Like we have experimented, play around the boat on all the rods. I've been on chicken. That's the reason I use chicken. People ask me, well, why you just use chicken? That's a gimmick bait. No, it ain't. I've caught my PB 59-pound blue on a piece of chicken. Raw, plain. Chicken breast. And, you know, I've caught numbers of fish. But with this east-northeast wind, I don't know how it's going to be because, you know, they say wind out of east, fish bite the least. Well, we're going to see. We're going to give her a whirl. And Maurice, let me know if my audio is working because I got the Rode wind canceling mic on here. Somebody in the chat, please let me know how the audio is. Because this is my first time on Streamlabs going live actually fishing. I finally got to work. But like I said, we got 4 rods out. 1, 2, 3, 4. All on chicken. But yeah. So we're gonna give it a whirl in here. We might have to move a couple times. Hey, 1 ton, let me know how my audio is working. Because I got the noise canceling on my Rode mic here. But we got 4 rods out, we're anchored up, and but yeah, having a bad connection. Heck, come on, man. I might have to move back out to the front of this bay in order to get a good connection. Like I said, my big wind straight out of the east in my face. Out to the front of this bay. I think I get some better reception, so just hang tight. I got to set the phone down to do this because, like I said, I broke. And move on out of here, get out to where I got a little bit better reception. So bear with me. PC Fun Chaos XS60s. I love them. I'll never buy another Abu the rest of my life. Pulling in the anchor. Oh. Alright guys, we're going to take a little ride. We're going to get on point out of here. Get back where I got some better reception. I'm working on it, Maurice. I'm going back and see what we got here. Fishing frustrations. Hi, catfish chasers. What's up, y'all? We're gonna move on out of this bay, get out to where I got a little better reception. So, bear with me a second. Buzz out of here a minute. Come back in here to get out of the wind. Hey, Fishing UK Glasgow, how you doing? Fishing frustrations, high catfish chasers. Let me see. Is that any better? Let me get out here. Is that any better, guys? Did my signal get any better now? Got to turn back into the wind. Let me know, let me know. Daggone it. Alright, hold on, guys. Put you down a second. All right. Palmetto Cats, what's up, Kevin? Thank you so much, Fishing UK Glasgow. Appreciate you. You don't know how much I appreciate it. But we got 4 rods out on chicken. PC Fun Chaos XS60s. PC Fun Viper 5000. Viper X 5000. And love these PC Funs, man. They are the cat's meow. The audio and all that buffering and all that crap straighten up, y'all. Let me know. But we're here, right on the edge of Tall Call Creek. I'm sitting in 13 foot of water now. I moved out here to see what's happening, and don't know if you can see the rods or not. I gotta hold this because I broke my phone mount for my tripod. I got the rods all out. Hopefully get something. I'm working some fishing here. Thing about the signal out here. I'm less than a mile from my house. I put in up the lake that way, but going, that hurts. It ain't no fun, y'all, casting with broken ribs. Oh, stuff kinda hurts a little bit. Kinda hurts a little bit. This wind is playing hell with me. But we'll see. I think I might suspend the bait here in a minute. I'm right off the major creek channel here. And, you know, once again we got the bass traffic. Wish they'd outlaw ditch pickle fishing. I can't stand it. Thanks, George. Oh, I'm sorry about that, guys. I can't control the cell signal. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. If it's that bad, you know, I can just end the live stream. There really ain't much I can do. Gotta move these rods around a little bit. You know. I'll unplug this mic so I can hold this thing up a little better. Do my daggone ribs both Friday on that trolling motor mount up there. I don't know if you can see it. No joke, both broken ribs, you know. Ordered me a rack to put back here. That would help things out tremendously. Keeps it up. I'm liable to just hey, Big Hook, thanks for dropping in, man. I appreciate you. I know the signal sucks. Guess what? In Hilljack fashion, and what's my old saying? Can't fish on credit. Can't fish on credit, y'all. Chicken. Chicken, chicken, chicken. Recasting, y'all. Bear with me. All right. Yeah, I know all about the daggone broken ribs, big hook, man. Daggone it, Bo. They put me. It's unfortunately about this lake. I know what it's like here in the creek. It's 3 times as bad out there on the big lake. It don't take very. I learned it firsthand. You know, like I said, it was fairly calm, kind of like it is now, and because the wind's laid down a little bit, and I no longer got out there, got the anchor set, baits in the water, never even got the camera hooked up, man, and bam, like that, 3-foot whitecaps. They were coming over the bow of the boat, and this is a 16-foot Starcraft, 1971 model, so it's 50 years old, and it's got a leak. And that was where Kevin's down here at night. Wave come in. One of the kids died. This one for the boat. Y'all see that? That's my tab. I got my scroll on my arm here, but that's my tab. There we go. Let me flip the camera around. That might help. But we got 4 rods out, 2 eagle claws, and a striper rod, and big cat fever rod, PC Fun Chaos XS60. I love them. I'll never buy another Abu. I got the PC Fun Viper X spinning reel with the bait clicker on it. That should be here tomorrow. Oh, I hit the wrong thing. But yeah, I bought the carnivore, that PC Fun carnivore spinning reel with a bait clicker on it. Bought that. And guess what I got to do? Waiting on whether to buy a flathead rod from, but I don't know, a blue cat rod and a green reel or a red reel will go together. So I'm thinking about maybe either buying a flathead rod or another big cat fever rod. If I do that, I'm gonna have to run down to Black's camp. That's on the canal between the lake that I'm on and the lake Kevin's on. Thank you, Glass Gal. Yeah, it's beautiful down here. It's the reason I moved down here. Fishing is my passion. And I need a lot of it because of this right here. I need a lot of it. Even the VA said I need it, but I don't mess with the VA. I told them to go pee up a rope. But yeah, man, fishing's therapy to me. Get out here by yourself. And I got you guys to talk to. You guys are like my therapist now. But it's beautiful down here. The area, let me flip this camera around. Pier right there. Right straight in front of me. That is National Wildlife Service. It's a federally protected land, and there's over 100,000. I might not even be doing it justice saying 100,000 acres and acres and acres of federally protected land. You can't. There's poles down through here, and it goes on down and around out on a big lake, and then goes down for I don't know 5-6 miles maybe. But there's poles there. You can only fish that. You can't fish that from November 1st to March 1st. It's protected. You can't even go in there. You can't even take a boat in there. Federal fine. But the catfishing's amazing over in there, and we'll get out there. And like I said, I got a new tripod and all that stuff coming today because I broke one coming. It should be. It might be at the house right now. Let's see what time it is. Yeah, it's at the house by now. What we got happening here? Hold on a second. Yeah. Probably a dink playing with it. But I target till probably June. I target blue cats. I'm a blue cat fisherman. Now summer comes, I'll start using big live bluegill. I'll start using big live bluegill. That'll be $59.99. Yo, Kevin, thanks for the laugh, brother. I've needed it. You know, the last couple trips haven't been all they cut out to be, but you know, I did 6 years. I served 6 years. I was in Operation Just Cause. I was in Operation Just Cause, and then I went to Nicaragua for a while. Went over for a month to Korea, and then back, and then I was in Afghanistan. I left out in August '93 for Somalia, and yeah, but I'll tell you, that did a number on me. I lost a couple good friends over there, and almost didn't make it back myself. Went over there, it was Task Force Ranger when I went over there, and then it turned into being Operation Gothic Serpent. So yeah, I need therapy. I need this out here. It does me good. I tease the wife. I tease her all the time. I said, called the doctor today, and he said, go kill 4 people. She said, shut up, stupid. But you know, I don't do well with others really, but I do in a sense. In a sense, I'm kind of a people person, but I don't like to be in a big, large crowd of people. I don't like it. I guess it's, you know, training, situational awareness. You can't keep your eye on enough people in a large crowd. I don't like going to places where there's large crowds. Me and a few other people, you know, 8, 10 other people, that's fine. But you get me around hundreds of people, I don't like it. I don't like it. So it's good to get out here by yourself and or go fishing with a couple good friends or something like that. It's good therapy, man. It really is. You know, there's me out here on the water with Mother Nature. Uh-oh, leaking boat. So hopefully we hook up on a fish, y'all. Let me read the comments here. I need to hook up. Me and Kevin need to go, Bo. If you're out there, we need to go fishing, brother. You're my kind of people. You're my kind of people. I ain't got the... Thanks so much, Glass Gal. We got her pumped down a little bit here. But hopefully we catch fish here. If not, we'll move around. I don't know if I don't have a windsock. But I have drifted before and not had a windsock, and guess what I use for a windsock? You guys are gonna think, boy, this guy's a super hillbilly. Well, yeah, I kind of am. I've used 5-gallon buckets before as windsocks to slow my drift down. I used to go crappie fishing over at Reelfoot Lake, Tennessee, one of the best crappie lakes in the United States. And you go there and they rent you a boat and give you gas and bait and all that stuff. We didn't have a drift sock, and I said, let's just use these 5-gallon buckets. Hey, improvise, overcome, and adapt. You know, you see, I'm fishing in a 50-year-old boat. I spent a lot of money on that. I spent $1,000 on that fish finder. But yeah, let's pan this up so you guys can see around me. It's beautiful out here, man. And it's peaceful. And I don't like to fish during the weekends because this lake, the traffic. And from now until like up till June 1st, we've got bass tournaments every daggum weekend. You got these bass fishermen out here, and they launch. They launch right there where I'm pointing my finger. There's a 6-lane ramp right over there. And they launch and they come down this creek 4 or 5 wide, just as wide open as hard as they can go. Bo, you're out here in a 16-foot boat. They beat you to pieces. It's like being out there on whitecaps. So I did go, what was it, 2 weekends ago? Was it 2 weekends ago or 3? I can't remember. We went up into another area that there's usually, there was 100 boats back in that area where I go fishing sometimes. I'll read the comments. My personal best blue is a 59-pound blue here on this lake. That's my PB. That's my personal best blue. My personal best flathead 74. 74 on a piece of live bluegill, and the bluegill was bigger than my hand. Live bluegill, and I was fishing. It was nighttime, and my buddy's like, check that bait, check that bait. I said, no, patience, darling. Leave that bait out there. It's live, it's still moving. Leave it out there. It wasn't 20 minutes after he told me to check that bait, that clicker went off. That thing was pulling drag, and I fought him for 35 to 40 minutes. And son, it was, I love catching flatties. Everybody does. Everybody in this fishing community, catfishing community, that's what they love catching, because they fight like ungodly. But the 59-pound blue that I caught here on the lake, it was on a piece of chicken. And that thing, Bo, you'd think 59 pounds. Boy, that thing fought. Nope. Maybe for 30 seconds it fought. It tried to take me around a couple stumps. I was out in the trees out on the big lake. I sunk catfishing Facebook page, down on with his gill plate on my. But I put them back, and I'm completely, and it's not even me keeping fish, it's my buddy if we got a catfish fillet order. And we've got trot lines out here on the lake. Over 30 pounds gets taken in. But when I'm fishing by myself, I'm out here fishing, everything goes back. I'm CPR, catch, photo, release. And if I got somebody fishing on the boat with me and wants to keep a couple fish, they can keep dinks. Anything 20 pounds and over. And I got a bass fisherman coming ramrodding right beside me. Watch this, you'll see him. That's how they run, constantly. He's in 4 foot of water right there. Hammered down, Bo. Those guys get on my everlasting nerve. To catch one of those Wells catfish. Those things are freaking enormous. I would love, love, love to do that. I would love to catch one of those, man. They are humongous. I don't know how they fight, but you guys are big carp fishermen over in the UK too, aren't you? There's a lot of guys that shoot carp with bow and arrow here, and they shoot gar. They got these big wide, like flat bottom john boats, and they got these light decks. They have a generator hooked up to them, and they do it at night. They do it a lot down in Santee River, down where they let the water out of the lake down here. They do it a lot on the Santee River. But they shoot the fish with bow and arrow, and it's got a reel attached to it, and then they reel them in. I fished for pike when I went to Canada. I caught a couple on Lake Erie. Well, because I'm from Ohio originally. I'm from down in southern Ohio. Originally. I moved down here 3 years ago, but I've been coming to this lake since 2000. I've been coming down here fishing since 2000, and we had real bad winter in 2017, early 2018, and I just built a log home up there, and my God, that winter like done me in $4,500 worth of. Didn't get above zero up there, and I looked at my wife. I said, I'm moving south, you coming with me? She said, I'll go anywhere you want to go. So we moved down here this April 6th. Majority time fish all year round if I want to, but I give up weekends because it's just too crowded out here. The weekends is freaking bearable, man. There's another group of bait fish coming in. Hopefully we bust something here. If not, we'll make another move. I got a little bit of halfway decent signal. But unfortunately, I'd be fishing with my buddy this week, but he's got trips all week. He's a catfish guide here on Santee Cooper. He's taking an easy guide service. He don't have no web. He has a website, but he don't do Facebook, Instagram. He don't do anything. The guy could have had a huge channel if he would have just filmed, but I can't talk him into it. There's a lot of pictures I've got on my Facebook. But west wind. I didn't go Saturday because I really wanted to, even though I knew there was going to be traffic. I wanted to go Saturday, try to get another video in, but there was craft advisory. Storms come through yesterday. I was hoping that might stir it up a little bit. Storms come through last night. Some heavy storms. But, you know, your guess is as good as mine. These fish are unpredictable. They do what they want, when they want, how they want. you can put the bait right on their nose. That's just the unfortunate evil of this lake. You know, there's not almost positive. 1 second, let me check. Let me check my settings here. See if that helped anything. I'm telling you. I don't know if that helped. I hope it did. But there's some big catfish coming out of this creek. There, one just rolled his tail. So we might be into something. A lot of bait in here. A lot of bait in here. But like I said earlier, some people think that's a gimmick. Oh well, you know. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe, maybe not. We don't know. Like I said, I've caught my personal best on chicken. Just plain old raw, boneless, skinless chicken from the store. Cut it up. And believe it or not, that come on a small piece of chicken, about 1 inch square. We've got bait in here. It's just a daggum east wind, man. It's gonna be a chore to get a fish in the boat. I knew it was when I come out. Wind out of the east, a fish bite the least. Wind out of the west, fish bite the best. That's the saying. Now, whether that's true or not, tighten these lines up. Hold on a second. Got the lines tightened up. Oh, right there was a bite. Hold on, y'all. Right there was a bite. He hit her pretty good. Knocked that rod tip over. Let me give it a second, see what happens here. Might have been a dink dink. Might have been a dink. I don't know. Let me take a drink of my knee-high belly washer here. Hopefully get a fish on here in just a second, guys. We got a dink tapping it. We ain't nowhere up near the channel cat area bite. We're out in 14 foot of water right now. Just let me flip this camera in here right now. I got the line here. Hopefully we can get lucky and hook up here. Let's hope. Yeah, I wish they'd outlaw them ditch pickle fishermen. They screw the bite up, ramrodding up and down the lake. They get the fish spooked. When they have bass tournaments on this lake, I was lucky the last time I fished it. And there's some days it busted them ribs. It was 10, 11, 12 pounds, something like that. And I trying to build this channel up and just figured out how to get Streamlabs going, but you know, I'm sorry. We're giving her a whirl. My elbows, knees and toes, elbows, knees and toes. That's a pretty good hump right there. That's a fish. That's an arc right laying on the bottom. He's laying dead on the bottom. I don't know, I might. Yeah, there's bait flopping all in here. Sorry, my thumb was on. There's bait flopping all in here. So it might be a good sign. We might hook up. We might hook up. I don't know if you can see that bird there. Those are osprey, and they are something to watch. There's another one just come out. There's 2 osprey there. I don't know if you can see. I did a YouTube short, I don't know, a couple weeks ago now, maybe 3 weeks ago. We was fishing, and we was out on one of my favorite spots. We was out in Black's Bottom, and whole flock of birds come in. And I had two friends anchors. Bam, we started catching fish. It was evening, you know. We stayed out. We've been out all day. We stayed out from like 7:30 till almost 5 p.m. that night. Day heads. That's the thing with fishing. You just never know, bro. You never know. You'll be having a crappy day, and then all of a sudden, the gods bless you, and one after another. Me and my buddy moved in on the birds. This has been, I don't know, 4 years ago. We were going to another spot, and I smacked him. I said, Dwayne, look out there, thousands and thousands of birds out there on this one bluff. And we moved in there, and rods were going down. We were grabbing them, reeling them, getting the hook set, stuffing them back in the rod holder, grabbing another. We filled the boat in about 20 minutes. We had fish everywhere, but we threw them all back, because you know, and they wasn't dinks, man. They were 20s, 30s. I think we caught one in there. It was 43. You love days like that, but not every day is going to be like that. People don't realize it. Not every day is going to be a day in which you're catching, you ain't fishing. There's days you have catching days, and there's days but they're running around me right now. Cypress trees, and they'll nest, make humongous nests. Wide as this boat. Won't do nothing but, man, the wingspan on them things. But when they're fishing, they'll circle, and they'll like do a pause in midair, start flapping their wings, and they'll dive bomb straight down into the water. Boom, come up with a fish. On that video I did Friday. Or what it was, but he come up and had that thing in his claws. It flew right across the bow of my boat. It was awesome to see. Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes, Glass Gal. I've never had that kind of a stretch myself. I'd probably go into a deep depression if I did. There's a lot of fellows that come out here and bank fish. I see them doing it on here on YouTube. It's awesome. But here, I ain't bank fishing, y'all. But right over here, You see the grass, you see the lily, or the cattails over yonder? Well, just in the back of them cattails, guess what's lurking back there? Gators. I don't bank fish. Right up where I put the boat in, up that way, that daggone killer bee on me. Get off me. Right up that way, just around that point sticking out, is where I put the boat in. There's a 12-foot gator, lurking in there. I don't bank fish. I used to. You got three or four different species of snakes that roaming these banks. No, sir. That's the only thing in this entire whole world that I am deathly scared of is a snake. Sorry for the noise. That's water being pumped out. It ain't much, but it's mine and it's paid for. So any haters out there going, I can't take it away from me. On the lake. I live right across the street from the lake. Actually, my house, see that big house right there? You go about, I don't know, 2,000 yards. My house is right over yonder way. I'm renting it from them, so I don't have to keep trailering this thing in and out the water. I hate trailering this thing in and out of the water. I'd like to just be able to pull it up on a lift, raise it up, and go. That would be ideal, but you deal with the circumstances that are put in front of you, and that's all you're doing. I'm sorry, Glasgow. Damn. But I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. Love y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. And if I get into a better signal, I'll come back with another live stream. But I'm sorry. I apologize from the bottom of my heart. I can just do with what I've got to deal with. But anyhow, guys have a good one. Peace. Look forward to seeing you. I will check out your channel and follow and subscribe to you, buddy.